Hey, what's up everybody, it's Marcus. So today we're going to have the 85 RF 1.2 versus the GFX medium format set up with the 110 f2. And we're going to put these against each other because I get asked all the time, if you had to choose one or the other, which one would you choose? So we're just going to take some easy portraits with Uma today, and we're going to see which one you like better. Alright, let's get into this. So please go to ProPhotoEdits.com where you can download my Lightroom presets and Photoshop actions. These are all the presets that I use to edit every single photo you've seen on my Instagram and every single photo you've seen me post here on YouTube. Those will definitely help you out. And also, I want to tell you guys about my new course. It's finally up. There's 6 edits in there already, and you get the raw files, you get my presets for Lightroom, my Photoshop actions, and most importantly, you get explanations on every single shot, the gear that I use, all the tricks that I use in the studio to get these looks. And most importantly, you get my screen recorded videos of me walking you through side by side, you editing along with me with the raw file using my Photoshop actions. And it's pretty simple. It'll step your editing game way up if you're having a little trouble with that. And I'm going to grow this class to 12 edits behind the scenes and everything over the course of this year. So once you're in, you're in. It's 50% off right now, so I hope to see you there. Alright guys, so I know this kind of seems like an odd comparison, and I get asked online all the time about what do you think about the GFX lenses, the prime lenses versus the the Canon equivalents, the new RF lenses, since they're that great. So I'm going to have reviews on all these lenses coming up, so please subscribe for all that on their own systems. The Canon's on the Canon and the Fuji's on the Fuji. But I think it's because a lot of people think, do I need a medium format? They have lust over these lenses, kind of like I did, a couple years back when I bought into this whole system, and they kind of want to know, it's just intriguing. What's the deal? What's the difference with these lenses? So I'm gonna show you a couple behind the scenes shots of some shots that I got real quick with other lenses, just to let you know that I did take some actual really cool photos on this shoot. And then we'll get into the ones where I just did, apples to apples, 110 versus 85, and we'll walk through about 3 different shoots. Alright, so I'll give you guys some raw files to play with down below, just to see if you can tell the difference in Lightroom pixel peeping, and we'll hop into Lightroom after we get done here. But just to let you guys know what I'm doing. I'm out with Uma right now. That's the model. Charles Long is my buddy. He set this up. You saw him in the beginning of this. You never really see me on these shoots because the GoPro is always on my camera in front of me. So these are just the positions I had her in for the previous shots with the 35s and 45s. And now I'm just going to line her up with the building and take some quick shots with the 110 and the 85, and try to do exactly the same type of look and the same, close up, mid body, a little bit longer, and then tell me if you can see any difference in the comments down below. Alright guys, so the first shot is like a mid-body shot, and pause this video if you can and put your comment down below which one you got. Which one's the 110, which one's the 85. You can probably tell by the aspect ratio. So the 110 f2 is on the right and the RF 85 1.2 is on the left. I tried to match them up just identically with my presets, and turned out pretty well. I can't really pick a winner. I like them both. I think the 110 has more compression obviously, and the colors are a little bit more contrasty, but that's just something to do with the GFX sensor. So for these next shots, I got a little bit closer. I got some close-ups, and this is all just natural light stuff, by the way. And see what you think. What do you got? The 110 on the right, RF 85 on the left there, and then 110 on the right again, aspect ratio, tell the whole story, and the 85 on the left. So on this particular shot, I think I like the 110 better. I mean, it just the medium format with just the aspect ratio gives you a little bit more to work with. I mean, the 85 is really killing the background a little bit more, but you don't always need that. A great photo is a great photo regardless. Alright, so on this day we are doing some rooftop shoots, and I wanted to give you a example of a full body shot. This is gonna be tough, you guys. Alright, natural light again. Which one do you have? Which one do you like better, I guess I should say. I like the one on the left better, and it's just because the pose is better. The one on the left is the 85 1.2. The one on the right is the 110 f2, both wide open. The compression is a little bit more on the right hand side, I guess, on the 110, and the colors are punchier, but again, that's because of the GFX, just the sensor. They're so close, you guys. It's incredibly close. They're both like portrait mammoths. So before we go on to the next look, I wanted to show you guys some 35mm shots that I took while we were up there. I was just reviewing those lenses for you guys. I really don't like to review lenses. I like to take actual pictures that I would use. And on rooftops, I don't like to do the obvious. I take more wider shots just to show the environment. Alright, so I'm gonna make this one a little bit harder on you guys. This is natural light. I'm just using a reflector, as you can see down there. And these are closer up shots, and I wanted to see how they edited well with being flared out and what the difference was here. So I did a little trickery here. Which one do you have? Which one do you have? So it's still the same thing. The RF is on the left and the 110 is on the right. But in Photoshop, I stretched the edges of the frame on the Canon shot to make it more of a you know, a medium format type of ratio. So is there any real difference to you guys? The only real difference that I see is the colors. Obviously on that GFX sensor, you can do a little bit more with them. There's always more contrast. Alright guys, so for the last look here before we hop into Lightroom and pixel peep some of these files quickly, I'm just shooting with a hair light right there and then a 48-inch parabolic, and we're doing some landscape style headshots for this model right here. And I didn't edit these at all, just with my presets, no skim work. What do you have? It's gonna be very easy. You can tell the aspect ratio is completely different, right? They're both incredible in the studio, incredible. So here's a file that I did edit with the RF 1.2, the 85. And now here's the thing, you guys. I let the clients pick their shots before I edit. Say, which shots do you want for this price range? So 99 times out of 100 so far, it's always been they're picking R5 files. You know, they're picking 85, you know, or whatever lens I have on there. I think I know why that is. You know, I think it's because I'm able to work faster with that, and I'm getting better shots. They don't really care about the files. They want to see, you know, what's the better shot. And just for the immediacy of just boom, 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 no blackout, just taking pictures, I tend to get better shots with that. Maybe not better files, but just better shots. Okay guys, so this pixel peeps some of these, and I'll give you some raw files down below that you can play with. Please do me a favor and don't post them on Instagram or tag anybody or anything like that. These are just for your records to try to check out. You know, if you think you can see a difference, if this is something you're interested in, you know, upgrading, cross grading to. I would be, you know, kind of remiss if I didn't tell you that I miss a ton of shots with the GFX system. So yeah, you probably will too. I'm on the 50R, by the way, so I mean it's just slightly older. I mean the sensor's still incredible, but the focus, the autofocus is kind of slow. So just look at some of these close up. By the way, also please subscribe to the channel. I have a ton of videos coming up for you guys. And I had to take a year off, so my views are real low right now again because of my wife's health. You know, I was gone for a year. A lot of you guys know about that. But anyway, I'm back now. Everyone's feeling a little bit better. And I got a ton of videos coming out. You don't want you to miss anything. So, all right. So this is with the 85 1.2. And you can see I just reset it, took the preset off of it. And that's how it was. That's how it is with the preset. And we'll go in, and I got the same preset on both. So just for sharpness real quick right here, you can see this is incredibly sharp, wide open. All right, look at all this. This is going to be a lot of retouching. That's a really sharp eye. I mean the 45 megapixels versus 50. So let's go down here and I'll choose this file, and this is the 110 wide open and f2 on the GFX. And if we scroll or zoom in here, you're going to see that it's really sharp. I think the eye was missed, like I said, just ever so slightly. One thing you have to take into consideration if you're going to be shooting both of these systems is you're shooting with the R5 or whatever, Z7 II, whatever you have, and you're shooting bam, 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 and then you pull out your other camera, you say, all right, let's break the flow up. You got to move slow, 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 and then you go back and forth, and it messes them up. It kind of messes you up. So I think I'm answering some questions for you guys who are on the fence. Beautiful image. I mean, the files are incredible. I mean, they look at that out of the camera. And with the preset, it just brings everything to life. I'm gonna grab these and we'll go in together, and then I'll just show you one more thing, and we'll hop into 2 more files real quick. So I want to mention this. Close focusing on the 110 f2 is incredibly close, right? And there's two things you have to think about with this. You can do incredibly close wide open. Why you would need this, I don't know. But if you do, it's there for you. Look how close you can get with the 110 f2. It's damn near macro, you know? Okay guys, so I'll leave these two raw files for you down below. So check this out. I'll just reset it. This is the R5 85 1.2, and this is without my preset on there from that blue pack. And you can see that natural light, as you can tell, it's kind of overcast, which sometimes I prefer, definitely for midday stuff like this. And then I added a ton of color back in right there with that blue pack, because we're going for a blue scheme. So it's going to be the same on both, and I'll show you the difference in the color depth without preset on there on both. But the zoom in here, and you can do this on your own, and this see the R5 barely ever misses a shot. And this isn't really about the camera, because the system, you guys know about the system, it's really incredible. And I'm just rattling off shots, but for this was just a comparison shot. You can see that, I mean, it's pretty sharp from that far away, especially at 1.2, and you know, there's not really any chromatic aberration, and it would be present here. It would be more present, I guess, even, you know, if there was more sunlight out. But on the old EF version, it would be present no matter what. Alright, so, and before we put these in comparison view, I'll show you this 110 file. And I can just tell by looking at this on my computer, I can't see what you're seeing, but the colors are, they're there, and I didn't have to push as much. Alright, so it's pretty dull, but I can already make out just like the raw file that I'm going to be able to push. And I put the preset back on there, and you're not getting any color blending, you know, like the skin tones are the skin tones, the blue is the blue, the brown is the brown. Even though it's similar, there's like 4 to 5 different shades in the hair, and the brown of the hair there, right? So we're going to do a couple things. I'm going to look here, and I actually had this at 2.2. Alright, so it wasn't wide open. But I mean, you're not really going to tell the difference. No aberration at all. Focus, it looks like it's in focus. I mean, we're zooming so far in. But yeah, that's definitely usable. Now let's take these two here, and I'll wrap this video up really quickly for you guys. I just like to give you my thoughts on the comparison. Alright, so we switch this around. RF is on the right hand side, and the 110 f2 Fuji's on the left. Alright, so you can definitely see that this is a creamier background. It's just gone. Over here it's not as quite as gone. Don't need it to be. It apples to apples, I don't care really. You know, I've grown a lot ever since I started photography. Now, like, bokeh is just, it's when it's needed, it's cool. It's not always so needed, you know. A picture's a picture. Like, you know, these didn't make it onto my Instagram or anything like that, or website, or wherever I would put stuff, because there was just a comparison view. But if I was to pick one of these, if I were to pick one of these, I should say, I would use probably this. I don't know, just something about the colors, the pose. The angle is obviously a little bit different, but you can tell that this is a building. You really can't tell that at all over here, but I'm telling you, that's a building. Over here, you wouldn't know what the heck that was. That could be trees and all types of stuff. But there are some trees, but over here you can't really tell what's going on. So I don't know. Do you need them both? Here's the question. Do you need them both? Absolutely 100% not. Don't be crazy like me. I use them for different things, and that's what I'm going to get to when I review them separately. You know, but a lot of people are just always on the fence about medium format. Should I go? Should I go? Should I go? Should I sell my stuff? And it depends on what you do. Should you have it as a secondary body just because you have everything you need? It depends on how much money you have, and can you tell the difference, and is it worth it to you? The clients are never going to tell the difference. They don't care. You know, they want the shot. And you're going to get more shots with fast full frame, you know, modern system, because you can just rattle them off and see it. There's not very much blackout, if any at all. And then, you know, take as many shots as you need and correct your mistakes as you're working. I could have taken 10 shots here and got my angle perfect, and just like thinking as I'm working over here is click click or click click, don't move, hold on, to check to make sure I get it sharp, click click. You know, the files are better, you know, on the medium format. There's no debating that, you know, but how much better, and do you even care? You know, now I've had this for a couple years and haven't sold it, so that tells you I like something about it, right? So until next time, mess with these. Follow me on Instagram, and please subscribe. I have videos coming up weekly, and a lot of fun, cool stuff. This channel is a creative channel. I do reviews like this and comparisons as you guys ask for them when I can, but like one week, and the next week's gonna be behind the scenes of something cool that I did, and just show you how I did it for the most part, and try to inspire you guys, and just a creative outlet. So I think you guys will be inspired by subscribing. Until next time, it's Marcus. I love you guys. See you later.